something's creeping, it's right outside. So come on in, and don't be shy. We've got ghosts and UFOs. Brace yourself, get ready for the show. Don't be afraid of the dark. The fun's about to start. Nightmares or tales will inspire. Oh, tonight at the Scaredy Campfire. Have you heard tell of a demon next door? Or maybe a cryptid on the lake shore? There's nothing too strange for us here. So if you're ready, stamp out your fear. Don't be afraid of the dark. The fun's about to start. Nightmares or tales will inspire. Tonight at the Scaredy Campfire. Whoa, whoa.
Welcome back, campers, to episode 18 of the Scaredy Campfires. The fire crackles and the night presses in, wrapping us in its heavy silence. Tonight's tales remind us how quickly the familiar can shift, how a house, a voice, or even a passing shadow can twist into something unrecognizable. These are the moments where reality falters, and what should be safe becomes the very thing we fear most. So gather close, because the darkness has stories to tell. Some encounters mark you when you're young, and they never quite let go. For Reddit user u/okconversation1854, it began in the quiet hours before dawn. A shadowed figure with no face, lurking at the edge of sight, behaving as if it knew what it was being watched. What began as a single night of terror has lingered for years, following them from window to forest, from memory to present day. When I was 7 years old, my brother and I shared a room with a bunk bed. I slept on the top. One night at around 2:40 a.m., I woke up and looked out the window, only to see something that still haunts me to this day. In the distance, across a block, there stood a hunched-back woman with long black hair and no visible face. Every time I looked directly at it, it seemed to be running towards me. But when I looked at it through my peripheral vision, it ignored me entirely. This terrifying pattern continued for a while until at around 3:30 a.m. it suddenly ran towards a nearby house for a solid second, as if someone else had seen it, probably another child. Not long after, a car drove by as people were starting to go to work, and the creature chased after it briefly before stopping and remaining in the field. I was frozen in fear, unable to process what I was seeing. It wasn't until 4:20 a.m. that the entity finally turned around and walked back towards the forest it had come from. But even as it left, it kept its head turned towards me, staring as it disappeared into the trees. Years later, my brother started playing in the same forest, and when I went to check it out, nothing seemed unusual, but the place gave off a strange, unsettling feeling. That same night, we went back and saw what looked like a dog or a coyote standing there, watching us. When I turned on my camera's night vision, its eyes glowed, but what disturbed me the most was that it never moved, not even to breathe. It was as if it wasn't truly there. I've never told my family about my experience, but I don't believe this will be my last one. We're moving to a new property with a lot of land, surrounded by a forest, and I have the strong feeling that something is out there, waiting. If I can find a charger for my VHS camera, I plan to document anything strange that happens, because deep down I know this isn't over. I'm not sure what the thing could have been, and it doesn't scare me as much anymore, but it still gives me goosebumps. Even now, the user feels the weight of that night, the faceless woman, the motionless animal, and the forest that feels alive with eyes. Was it one entity changing shape, or many things drawn to the same place? Whatever it was, it left a mark that hasn't faded. Some encounters don't end when the sun comes up. They wait for you in the next place you call home. Some places don't just have a reputation, they have a presence. For Reddit user u/IC_negotiation 4237, a late night trip to Australia's infamous mushroom tunnels started as an adventure and ended up as something far stranger. From trails swallowed by darkness to a tunnel that seemed alive with watching eyes, this wasn't just an urban legend come to life. It felt like stepping into something that didn't want to be seen. My girlfriend and I decided to visit what's known as the most haunted town in Australia. Since we only lived an hour away, we thought it would be the perfect opportunity to check out the infamous mushroom tunnels, one of the biggest paranormal hotspots in the area. We arrived around 11 p.m. and had to sneak through a bend in the fence to get in. There were 3 trails ahead of us, and we had no idea which one led to the tunnels, so we just took the first one. Right away I felt uneasy, way more than I expected. I had been wanting to visit this place for months, and now that I was finally here, I should have been excited, but instead there was this overwhelming eeriness, a kind I had never felt before. Before coming, I had been reading my girlfriend some stories about the tunnels. People had reported seeing shadow figures, strange lights, and even satanic cults performing rituals. So, as we walked that first trail, I was already on edge, feeling like something could jump out at any second. And yet, despite it being 99% full moon, we still couldn't see a thing. Eventually, we reached the end of the trail, only to find nothing, just endless open fields. Annoyed, we checked social media and realized we had taken the wrong path. Trail 2 was the one that actually led to the tunnels. That meant walking all the way back down. When we reached the starting point again and faced the 3 trails once more, something about Trail 2 felt immediately wrong. I thought the first trail had been dark, but this was on another level. It was pure blackness, like the trail itself absorbed light. All we had for illumination was our phone flashlight, which barely helped us at all. As we hesitantly walked forward, a large sign suddenly came into view, the mushroom tunnels. At this point, I turned to my girlfriend and straight up asked if she wanted to leave. The energy here was unbearable, and for the first time I seriously considered turning back. But then I had a moment of clarity. I had been waiting for this night for months. I was finally here. I had to at least step inside. So I turned back towards the tunnel and walked a little closer. That's when my girlfriend suddenly said, "That's the tunnel right there." I followed her gaze. I saw it. And I ran. I can't explain what I saw. It's like my eyes registered something, but my brain refused to process it. The only thing I knew in that moment was that I needed to get the hell out of there. My girlfriend caught up to me, her face pale. She swore she saw a figure standing in the middle of the tunnel, staring directly at us. I'll never truly know if that's what I saw too, but whatever it was, my body reacted before my mind could catch up. But that wasn't even the scariest part. After sprinting back to the car, we jumped in, locked the doors, and turned on the ignition. I went to connect my phone to Bluetooth, and then the most gut-wrenching, horrific sound blasted from my speakers. I can't even describe it properly. It was low, distorted, and deeply unsettling. My girlfriend immediately felt sick and begged me to turn it off, but I knew I had to capture it. I recorded as much as I could before finally shutting it down. I wish I could post it here, but this sub doesn't allow videos. If you're curious, DM me. I'll send you the clip. And that's the end of our story. But something tells me this place isn't done with us yet. To this day, u/IC_negotiation 4237 can't fully explain what they saw in that tunnel, or what followed them back to the car. Was it a shadow, a trick of the light, or something that waits for visitors to cross its threshold? Whatever the truth may be, the mushroom tunnels leave their mark long after you leave their darkness behind. And that brings episode 18 to an end. The familiar is never as safe as it seems. And sometimes the strangest things are found in the places we thought we knew best. Until next time, campers, watch the dark and don't look away.
As the night gets longer and the darkness creeps in, with the eerie silence broken only by whispering wind, come gather round the fire, the flickering flames, and hear the tales of the spooky and the strange. Chill up your back, a shiver up your spine. You'll be haunted by the things that you find. Legends will unfold and stories will be told at the Scaredy Campfire, for only